It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
On second down, here's Herbert. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Perrion Winfrey brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable for Grant.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just to let...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Browns at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off of play action, it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
These two teams all tied after one. From the 45 on second down, Herbert.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Browns defense has a touchdown.
New York on now for the extra point.
He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Here comes Grant on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
Well, for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Third and long, it's Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Faking the give, now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Dancing to his left.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington.
And it's Washington out to an early lead.
That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Second and 5 now.
Herbert.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
One of the league's best and most consistent wide receivers in his 10th season in the league. Keenan Allen is just automatic at this point. Nice catch from him there for a first down. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, at least 6 touchdowns a season. Wash, rinse, repeat. But let's not take him for granted. He's a terrific player.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert wide open. It's Allen, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is a counter play. Eckler. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson, off play action.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Being chased out left.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
On 1st down, Watson. He's got Smith here. Look at the spin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 2nd and inches, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Maybe a free play for Watson. This is Smith with the ground. And some room to maneuver.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Herbert has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD.
York now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing now, Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Incomplete, 7 seconds remaining. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain an 18-point lead. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now they're sitting.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear. And